Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news in a move that's sending shockwaves through the NFL. Rumors are swirling that the Cleveland Browns are considering trading one of their most disruptive players, Myles Garrett, to the Chicago Bears. Yes, you heard that right. It sounds almost too good to be true, but sources indicate that Cleveland, sitting at 4-9 with a defense allowing an average of 26. 4 points per game, is exploring a trade that could reshape the entire NFC North and give the Bears a huge edge heading into the stretch run of the season. The idea is that Cleveland might send Garrett, a premier pass rusher, along with some draft capital, in exchange for a first-round pick and some defensive linemen, all while freeing up roughly $5 million in cap space to focus on rebuilding their roster. Now, for the Bears, this potential trade would be nothing short of a game-changer. Garrett, at 30 years old, is arguably one of the most dominant pass rushers in the league right now. His stats are eye-popping: 38 tackles, 19 assists, 57 combined pressures, 12 sacks, 48 quarterback hits, a PFF grade of 93. One which ranks him as the top edge rusher in the NFL. He's been remarkably durable with minimal injuries, and in 2025 he's yet to miss a game. When you compare him to other top-tier players, Garrett's impact is comparable to Aaron Donald's. He's got a win rate of 95%, which is elite, and elevates the pass rush by creating constant pressure, not just with blitzes but from his natural rushes. He's responsible for over 112 pressures this season, and his ability to disrupt plays is unmatched, especially given that he's doing so without relying heavily on blitz packages, leading pressures in the league with plus 98. This kind of player instantly transforms any defense. Now, why would Cleveland consider trading Garrett? Well, the Browns are in a tricky spot financially. They're sitting on a hefty $5 million cap hit that's tied to Garrett, who commands around $35 million per year. Their defense has been underperforming, allowing 343 points across the season, and they're struggling to generate the kind of consistent pressure needed to complement their secondary. Cleveland's front office seems to believe that accumulating draft picks and adding young talent is the way forward, especially with their focus on rebuilding the roster, and moving Garrett could be a strategic move to acquire that youth and flexibility. Meanwhile, the Browns are prioritizing bolstering their offensive line, as sources indicate they are shifting focus to improve their protection, which has been a weak spot in their offense. For the Bears, this potential move fits perfectly into their plan to bolster the pass rush and make a serious playoff push. Chicago's defense has been solid this season, allowing just over 20 points per game, and adding Garrett could elevate that to a whole new level. Imagine a front four with Garrett, along with Terrell Lewis and DeMarcus Walker, creating relentless pressure on opposing quarterbacks. The Bears' pass rush is already decent, but Garrett's addition would turn it into one of the most feared units in the league. His presence alone would draw double teams, freeing up others to make plays, which could lead to around 16 more sacks over the remaining games, boosting the Bears' total sack count significantly. Plus, Garrett's ability to generate turnovers, forced fumbles, strip sacks, would add that extra spark needed to flip games in Chicago's favor. And this isn't just speculation. Analysts like Adam Schefter and Jenna Lane have reported that Cleveland appears to be prioritizing offensive line upgrades, which suggests they're open to moving some of their defensive assets, including Garrett, to accelerate their rebuild. The Bears, on the other hand, are actively looking for ways to improve their pass rush after struggling to get consistent pressure earlier in the season. They know that a dominant pass rush is the key to unlocking their secondary's potential and taking their defense to the next level. Now, imagine the impact of Garrett in Chicago. His addition would likely lead to a +5 sack increase for the Bears, current edge rushers, and his presence would generate around +50 additional pressures per game, creating a domino effect that would make the entire pass rush more lethal. The combination of Garrett and Walker would be a nightmare for offensive lines across the league. His ability to pressure the quarterback without needing blitzes would also mean the Bears could maintain more coverage help in the secondary, which has already been improving this season. They could see a drop of about 20% in EPA permitted per pass, which would be a massive boost to their overall defensive efficiency. Statistically speaking, Garrett's projected numbers compare favorably with the Bears' current top edge rushers. For example, Garrett's +5 sacks and +50 pressures would be a significant upgrade over the existing production. Additionally, his injury record is virtually spotless, 0 missed games in 2025, adding to his value as a reliable cornerstone for Chicago's defense. Plus, his career grade of 92+ reflects consistent high-level play, and his performance this season is a testament to his impact. It's like adding a nuclear option to your defense, one that can take over games and give your team a serious advantage. The potential ripple effects of this trade extend beyond just the field. The odds of the Bears making a deep playoff run would skyrocket with Garrett's arrival. Bookmakers are already adjusting their odds, with the Bears jumping from +2,500 to +700 to win the Super Bowl. Garrett's presence as a playoff X-factor, especially with his ability to win 30% more pressure battles, makes the Bears a much more dangerous team in the postseason. Cleveland's odds, on the other hand, would plummet from +1,800, reflecting their more uncertain future without Garrett. So this trade could really tilt the scales heavily in Chicago's favor, giving them a much-needed boost to compete with the top teams in the league. In conclusion, if this trade comes to fruition, it would mark a pivotal moment for the Chicago Bears. It's a move that speaks to their strategic vision, aggressive, smart, and focused on building a defense capable of dominating in the playoffs. Garrett's addition would not only elevate their pass rush, but also send a message to the rest of the league that the Bears are serious contenders. It's the kind of move that could define a season, and who knows, maybe even help them chase another Super Bowl title. As for Cleveland, they're clearly prioritizing a rebuild, and parting ways with Garrett might be the first step in that direction. It's a bold move, but in the NFL, bold moves often lead to historic results. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So Bears fans, just imagine the possibilities. Our pass rush already solid, becoming one of the league's best with Garrett leading the charge. Our defense, which has been good but could take that extra step, would become downright terrifying for any team facing us. This kind of move, if it happens, could be a turning point, not just for this season, but for the future of the franchise. Think about the potential matchups in the playoffs. Garrett rushing the quarterback, forcing mistakes, creating turnovers, and making life miserable for offenses. It's the kind of addition that could push us from a good team to a true Super Bowl contender. Of course, all eyes will be on how the Browns and Bears handle negotiations, and whether this blockbuster deal actually gets done. But one thing is for sure, if it does, it'll be one of the most exciting and impactful trades in recent NFL history. The Bears' defense would instantly become one of the league's most feared units, and our chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy would increase exponentially. It's a bold vision, but one that's entirely within reach if the stars align and Cleveland makes that call. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. Let's keep that passion alive and continue dreaming big. We're in this together, and with moves like this on the horizon, the future looks brighter than ever for the monsters of the Midway. Keep the faith, Bears fans. It's going to be an exciting ride.